Do you subscribe to YouTube TV? Now that the price of a subscription has gone up, it's more important than ever to make sure you're getting your money's worth from the premium live TV streaming service.
If you haven't spent much time exploring YouTube TV settings, there may be features you're not taking advantage of that can help you find things to watch easier and get more from your subscription.
In this YouTube TV tips and tricks video, we cover 11 things you can use to get the most out of a YouTube TV subscription. Now let's get started with our first tip, a new feature called YouTube multiview. The service rolled out the ability to watch up to 4 streams at once, just in time for March Madness. We tested the new feature while watching tournament games and found it to be pretty cool.
YouTube TV is rolling the service out to members, likely wanting to get all the kinks worked out before the NFL season this fall when they offer Sunday Ticket for the first time. At time of testing, we found available multi-view streams in our top picks for you row. Here you can see we have the option to watch 3 games, 2 games, or just 1 game. Selecting that 3-game option brings up all 3 streams at once. You can control which stream you hear sound on by arrowing through them. The outline stream is the one which will play audio while the others will remain muted until you select them. For now, the multi-view feature is limited to just sports. It is not clear at this time if YouTube TV plans to extend the feature beyond games.
Let's stay with sports for our next tip and discuss how to see scores within YouTube TV. You can easily follow your favorite teams within the streaming app, but did you also know that you can see scores for recent games? And you can choose whether or not you want to see scores. First, navigate to a team's page that you want to follow. Here, I'll click on Kansas State from the teams row. Right now, scores are turned on, so you can share in our disappointment over their heartbreaking loss in the NCAA tournament. But by clicking on the 3 buttons in the top right from a computer, I can hide all scores for this team. When I click that, the scores disappear. You're in control of your experience, which is nice, and it's an easy setting to change.
Now let's look at a third feature, integrating YouTube TV within the Fire TV Live Guide. One of the features we loved about the recast was how it put locals right on the home screen of the Fire TV. As we've covered in our video on how to favorite channels on Fire TV, there is a workaround to getting your favorite channels from a selection of streaming apps back in the Fire home screen.
And YouTube TV is one of those sources. So if you have a Fire TV, here's how to get YouTube TV channels in the Fire TV guide. From the gear icon on the home screen, click Live TV. Then click Manage Channels. Right now, YouTube TV is at the bottom. To make it appear first in the guide, select it, and then press the Fast Forward button on your Fire remote to move it to the top. Go back to the home screen and click the Live icon, then the guide box. YouTube TV channels will appear in the guide now. Click on any one to launch YouTube TV and view that channel.
Let's stick with the guide for our fourth tip, customizing the live guide. You can't do this on a TV, but from a computer, log into YouTube TV and click Live Guide in the left menu bar. On the right, drag and drop channels into the order you want them to appear in the YouTube TV Live Guide. As you do, the channels you select will move from all channels to top channels.
I'm going to put our locals and a few cable networks we watch up there. Then I can move them as desired. All of this work is creating a custom view of the live guide tailored to your preferences. You can also remove channels from your custom view. You're not removing access to them, just their visibility in your custom guide.
To view your custom guide, click the Live tab, then in the top right, click the drop-down arrow and select Custom. The guide will now show the personalized channel lineup you created. For our next tip, we're addressing where to find the time in YouTube TV. One of the things people miss about cable is the clock that's showed on their DVR or set-top box. YouTube TV integrates one into the live guide.
From the home screen, you can see it in the top left, just below the YouTube TV logo on your TV screen. When you click the Live tab and launch the guide, the clock will move to the very top left of the screen. If you want to know what time it is when you're watching a show, just arrow down and the clock will appear in the top right of the screen.
Let's stick with a setting you can adjust on your TV for our next tip, stopping autoplay. By default, when you're not in the live guide, YouTube TV automatically plays titles from one of your top recommendations when something you're watching ends. If you're like me and don't like this, you can turn that off. Click on your profile icon in the top right to access your settings. Then click Autoplay on Start from the drop-down menu. Click to turn the feature off. You can also turn it back on later from here as well.
Another setting you can change from your TV or the computer are the subtitles. While watching anything from within the live guide, arrow down to see more settings. Click the CC button on the left. Choose preset options or edit style to change the color, size, font, opacity, and other features. You'll see your changes on the left. When you're satisfied, simply arrow up.
Another setting you can adjust in this area is when YouTube TV automatically shuts off. This is helpful if you like to have YouTube TV running all day or want to control when it powers off. While watching anything, arrow down and click the three dots on the far left. Then click Auto Pause. It defaults to turning off after 4 hours of inactivity, but you can change this to 24 hours by selecting that option from the drop-down menu on the right.
Our next tip is adding subscriptions to other streaming services to YouTube TV. As we discussed in our top streaming service aggregators video, YouTube wants to be the one place people go to for everything they stream. Their Primetime Channels feature is their latest step in doing this. One benefit of using YouTube TV for this is that it centralizes your billing into one place, which can help you stay on top of your streaming budget and make it easier to see how much you're spending on streaming services each month.
In the top right, click on the shopping bag icon. You can see the many network add-ons you can add to your subscription. You can also rent or buy individual movies here as well.
And as we showed in our Primetime Channels video, you can also add subscriptions directly through YouTube. Just click Movies and TV from the left menu to see Primetime Channels and subscriptions to paid and free streaming services that you can integrate into YouTube and YouTube TV.
While YouTube TV is integrating other services into its platform, what if it doesn't carry a network you like, such as A&E? Our next tip shows you how to request that YouTube TV add a network to its lineup.
On a computer, navigate to support.google.com/YouTubeTV/contact/new_network_request. From the form that appears, enter the network or networks that you'd like to see added. Then click Submit. There's no guarantee your network will be added and you won't get a response from YouTube TV. But if you feel strongly about it, you should make YouTube TV aware of your interest.
Now let's look at our last tip, how to turn off personalized ads. Your watch and browse history are used to show ads relevant to your interests. But if you don't want it doing this, you can stop it. While logged into Google, go to myadcenter.google.com. You will see a button on the top right that says Personalized Ads. Click the drop-down arrow and select Off.
You can access more privacy settings within YouTube TV by clicking Privacy from the left menu. Click the option to view Google's privacy policy and then click your privacy controls. Scroll down to Ad Settings and click Go to My Ad Center. From here, click the drop-down arrow to turn personalized ads off.
You can also opt out of Nielsen TV rating measurement by clicking that option in the left menu. Click on the item G labeled Your Rights and select the hyperlinked Submit a Request Here option, and then fill out the form.
And you can opt out of having your browser activity measured by Nielsen by clicking the Here hyperlink under Browser. Then click the hyperlinked Please Click Here option under Opting Out. It takes some work, but if you want to protect your privacy in this way, it's worth the time. And that's true of all the YouTube TV tips and tricks we shared here. While they all take time and a little effort, the result is a much more customized experience.
And with the amount of money you pay for YouTube TV each month, that personalization is worth it. So use these tips and others to make sure you're getting as much as you can from your streaming service subscription.
Well, that does it for this video. What features would you like to see YouTube TV add? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get all our latest news and reviews when they drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.